get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag a bulk me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We gotta get better today. Ready?
I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. When I'm in a mud league, who won't? Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it.
Ready? Right. Take off.
Big Snoop Dogg.
Let's go. Set up.
In the game.
Hey, come on.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess.
Here we go. Set and reach.
I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. I'm forgetful. Tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay the bearings, I would never underestimate. Everything was better off.
Here we go. Here we go. Let it go.
Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone.
Go. Touch hands.
Everything I need, everything I lost. Good things come at a cost.
Set. Ready. Let me in here.
When you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head. You wanna Christ when I pray on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave.
This is it. You only got one shot. Time to go for gold.
Come on. Oh, baby, my best off. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my best off.
All right, man. Bring it in tight. Bring it in tight. Let me tell you something. That was the best practice.
Never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Pay to kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up.
Gordon's got the ground game. It's a coach. You're immersed in the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Melvin Gordon, fresh off a big game.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? And two stop. Check. Five.
Off play action, it's Minshew. It's Hill, complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
They'll run it with Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Minshew throwing on third down. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This will be fielded at the 6. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45 out of bounds at the 44. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now it's Jackson rolling to his right. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now here comes Kansas City. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
70, Indy. Hey, alert 3.
They to start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 90 over there. You're on the 90.
Yeah. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the back. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
And there's a completion to the tight end. Look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Time for a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem? When they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Mike, check, 59.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely. All
right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Let's go.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now it's Ajayi. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. These two teams all tied after 1. The Chiefs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 29-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Ajayi. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end. You got 3 down.
Second and 5 now. Minshew. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Minshew sets to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Jackson from the shotgun, flushed out right. He may try and run for this, but he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Throwing now, Jackson on first down, and he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Williams. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier. And he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, he'll try and run it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Got an open man, it's Burnett. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Minshew. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Minshew, 1st and 10. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Hill on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. From just shy of midfield, Minshew. Wide open receiver complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Now Minshew on first and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Andrew Billings, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point Not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Watch tight end, tight right. Snap.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It's second and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Again, a run with Thompson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. Out of the gun is Minshew. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit,
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you through.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
and that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Set, 8, read. Go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And his throw here's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Minshew. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. It'll be Minshew again. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. This quarterback now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They run with Ajayi. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Sets up the screen to Gordon. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This pass finds its way to Williams, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Now Jackson on first down.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check.
Jackson now to throw again. His throw incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. And Robinson with a big catch. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Demarcus Robinson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Hauschka adds the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw it. Minshew completes it to Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Second and 5 now. Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Ajayi. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They run with Thompson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They go with Thompson again. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Andrew Billings picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Chiefs, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders.
I'm looking for a trophy competition. competition looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them. I'ma break them, I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.